Are we ready? That was quick. Speaking of technologically challenged or whatever we're talking about today, I'm ready.
Hey, we're here. We're ready. We're live. It is another episode of MillenniYell with Billy and Mel. So we're here.
I'm ready.
Hey guys, how's it going? So it's a very special episode because it is a Millennial After Dark episode. So and it's a really another special episode because this is an episode where Mel has completely come up with everything. I have no idea what we're talking about. Just like last week where I came up with everything. Now it's Mel's turn. She's going to run some of the buttons, guys. So listen, I have no idea what's about to I have no idea what's about to happen. But we're going to come to you with a really quick episode. But before we get into all that, guys, make sure if you're jumping in, which I see a couple of you are.
Crack a Corona.
There you go. Make sure you comment who you are, where you're coming in from. We'd love to give you a shout out. And if you're jumping on the replay right after dark with us, make sure you hit your reaction button. Let us know that you're here. But Mel, before we get into the episode, all this craziness, I feel like that's about to happen because I feel a little paranoid because, like I said, I'm normally the one that's in charge here when it comes to the buttons and stuff like that. But before we get to all that, so my anxiety level can go down a little bit. Mel, what's going on? How are you doing?
Hey, it's good. I just thought this would be a great topic. Had some funny things going on with technology and was in Florida for a couple of days. Really was having some stress and lots of work and just needed a little bit of a break. So I snuck away with my best friend, Brina, over the weekend, Saturday to Wednesday. So had a good time, got a little tan. What about you?
I mean, this week has been pretty eventful for me. Just some personal stuff that's been going on that's kind of like subsided. So that's good. That means I can really focus in on what next week looks like and the rest of the year. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about this weekend. One of our friends is having a birthday party for their kids.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going paintballing tomorrow, and I believe Megan, I can't remember exactly what she's doing. I think they're going shopping or something along those lines. She'll probably correct me. Maybe she's watching. She could let me know what she's doing tomorrow because I can't quite put my finger on it. But it's going to be a fun day tomorrow. I know that.
Yeah. It's Marcel's 30th on Monday, so we're having some drinks tomorrow as well. I had to kind of decompress, and it took me a couple extra days to get back to normal. So. I'm excited to MillenniYell here after dark a little bit. So I thought that we could talk a little bit about some technology and some little gadgets that are coming out. Holiday season's coming, so I thought I could share some and run down a really cool list. I have some pictures. So I had found a link. I just posted it on the MillenniYell Facebook, and we will also included in the YouTube and the other streams. But I just felt that I have felt like I've been pretty good with technology because I've been working on a computer, being in graphics and like the Mac and Apple world since 2003. When I started college. But do you think you're pretty tech savvy?
I think so. Stuff? I would like to think so, but then again, it's so weird. Like I remember growing up and being like having the first cell phone, like legit, like having the first cell phone that you didn't have to have in your car and stuff like that. I'm dating myself, but I remember growing up and being like older people asking me how to do things and stuff like that with technology. But it's like it's so weird because I feel like as millennials, we grew up in technology, but we get into the TikTok world, right? I know I'm not just calling TikTok out, but you get into those new things that are always coming up and you feel really old all of a sudden.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of where I was thinking that we could talk about this because it'll hit with other generations that are obviously older and younger. I think the younger generations, maybe even make fun of us, and we've made fun of older generations. But when I was in Florida, Brina and I were actually talking a little bit because I don't know TikTok. And that was funny that you brought it up because I don't know how to use it. I use Reels on Instagram. But I hate when on Instagram, when you're doing a story and the button, like the thingies get underneath when you're trying to post little things. And I hate that. It's so frustrating. And I thought about how when Facebook and Instagram went down, a week or two ago, what were people doing? There were a lot of people that said that they loved it because they didn't get on, but for businesses and people that primarily work on Facebook and Instagram, it was stressful, or the people that are just on it all the time, way too much, like addicted to it,
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, it was funny. It was just like, cause a lot, like you said, like being the way we use tech, like social media is a lot different than I think like your average Joe that maybe works like that isn't own or doesn't own their own business. And so they're probably, oh, it's down, whatever, right? It was kind of an inconvenience, right, for them. But for us, for people that use it for business related things, we're posting stuff, we're reaching out to people, whatnot. It was definitely like an eye opener. Like it was like, oh my God, like, I can't be reliant on just this one aspect of things.
Yeah. And I mean, we have everything like the iWatch that tells us, like with our fitness, I started a competition with a friend in New York, and we're kind of competing against each other, which is cool. So there's definitely really good things that technology and the Bluetooth and things that we, obviously didn't have. But I always hate when they're listening to your ad, what you say, and you get the ads on Google. And, I'm kind of spoiled because I have an Alexa in every room, so I can say, turn the light on, turn the light off. Play this music. What's a recipe? So there's like really good and bad stuff that I feel, it's kind of it's a love and hate thing that we have, I guess.
No, I mean, we don't have an Alexa in every room, but we have I'm sure she just heard me and was, wanting to know what I want to buy, but it is completely different, just like how technology has changed everything in a good way, but like you said, it's also like that double-edged sword. It's just we depend on it more so than people think that they want to be willing to admit.
Yeah, and it's funny because I was in a meeting on Thursday, and I want to kind of get into these little gadgets because they're really cool. But I was in a meeting on Thursday, and we were talking about Google Drive is where I put all of our documents, and a couple of the older people that were on the board, we were talking about QR codes and linking it back to the website and PayPal and Venmo, and they had no idea what we were talking about. And they left, and one of them texted the other and was like, I felt really old listening to all that because I have no idea what they're talking about. And it is something I feel bad for some of the older people that haven't kept up with technology, but I also feel that it's difficult for some of us and the millennials and younger when we are working on boards and in, groups and with businesses and clients and stuff that don't know the technology. So it's almost, it's difficult a little bit when you're not speaking the same language in that, and we're so used to it. So sometimes it's a little bit slower to the take for them, but it came up also because have you seen the Ray-Ban glasses that are connected to Facebook?
Oh, I mean, and didn't Google have glasses too? Like you could
They did, but these are this is Facebook, but it's Ray-Ban. So
that's terrifying.
I think it's going to be a little bit different because they're a little bit heavier, but I looked it up and they can do 30-second videos. There's speakers in the ears and there's a microphone, and they can capture 5 megapixel images, which is not small. Like that's pretty big.
Yeah. And
you can be wearing them and nobody knows. I mean, they have the little camera things on the sides, but I was looking it up and I'm wondering, that's kind of like the start of if it takes off. I know you said like the Google ones that didn't necessarily, I think, stick around, but that was like a gadget that I saw in talking about all this technology. And Brina's dad and his wife had iPhone 6s and couldn't even accept the pictures that she was sending them when we were taking in the videos because of the space, and they're just old, obviously older than, we're up to 13 now. So they were just really struggling. And by the end of the trip, like 3 days later, they were like, okay, we've decided we're going to upgrade to the newest iPhone. They had been fighting this for years and years, and they just, with the pictures and the camera, and I think they were upset that they couldn't, send and receive some of these pictures that we took that were really neat that they wanted to have. And it just made them, want to upgrade. So, So yeah, so I have found this link. It says 19 incredible gadgets that are going to sell out soon. Ideal as gifts. It's called the My Smart Gadget. So here is some of the pictures, just a little hint to some of them, but I thought you would really like them. I actually almost love everything on here, and I just thought for the holidays it would be pretty cool. So the first one I'm going to pop up and then just read about a little bit. It is a star scope. What is it, like a binocular, but a
monocular. Monocular.
I can't even say it. Monocular. So it's obviously just instead of two binoculars, duh. It looks like you can sync it up here with your iPhone. But it was saying that you can do it from hunting, camping, and a lot of millennials will like this when they're traveling and create a virtual experience. It can basically go miles away, and I don't know how far it says. It doesn't say anything, but it shows it on the picture. But what are you into that? Like, would you take super sharp, crisp photos, like super, super far away, or like creep on people?
I mean, I'm a definitely outdoorsy type of person. However, like I'm not a picture type of person, and like me personally taking pictures. It's just kind of always been my thing. Like I've always been like that. And we talked about this in a podcast before where we were like, I'm more of a moment type person. So I want to like remember that. But I mean, I could see somebody that's really super into taking pictures and stuff like that, where that could be beneficial. But personally, I mean, I don't know how much that thing costs. If I had to guess, it's probably like $200.
It doesn't say on here. I think you have to click on the link.
But I would guess in that realm of like $150, $200. And for me, like I see the value in it, but not for me.
Yeah, I think it would be good for people that are doing a lot with the Instagram, like the influencers and the people that are traveling and doing a lot of posting. I feel like on Instagram, but I did forget to say, speaking of posting, the reason why I also wanted to share this was because. Did you know that you could schedule stories on Facebook and Instagram?
No. They're learning something new every day.
So I don't even think my intern knew this because we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. So on Facebook Business Suite, on the back end of Facebook, you can actually schedule out the posts from Facebook and Instagram. So I don't know if most people know this. I'm going to pull something up on the screen right now if you're watching. And this is a way for you to be able to schedule. You can see a feed grid and the Facebook photos, but it also shows Facebook and Instagram, and it shows the time and the date and all of that. So I've been doing that for my clients, which is phenomenal. I just literally did it for all of our Friday posts. I'm on a roll with MillenniYell, scheduling out a lot of these posts and some fun things. But I found out that was only for posts. So if anybody's watching and they want to, they want me to show you on the business suite on your app, you have to have the business suite for Facebook and Instagram. If you go onto it now, it actually lets you click story and you can schedule it. So I've been scheduling stories because those are the things that have been a pain in the you-know-what to have to go in and do instantly, which I thought you had to do. So I have been thrilled at this new techie thing. I wanted to share with everybody because you just have to have the app. You cannot do it on the back end of as what I know. I've tried on the actual computer browser. You have to do it on here. But I scheduled out a couple things for us and our stories and stuff right now. So they were going to go out while we were on here, which is really cool. But I thought that was awesome, and that's just made my day. So I will hit number 2 here, our next gadget, best night's sleep you'll ever have. So who likes to play sound machines and apps and things that have noise? I like to say, Alexa, play rain sounds. What about you?
We do play Alexa, play rain sounds, right?
Now she's talking.
Yeah, now you're going to hear rain.
She is. She's
rain
fine.
sounds.
Can you hear it? Alexa, stop. It works though. It helps me sleep.
It does. Like.
Oh, this is like perfect timing
Alexa,
for the technology.
So We like that, but we had recently just installed a ceiling fan, and it's pretty loud, which in a good sense, like it's good calming noise, right? And but before then, but like if we go anywhere else, right, it's really odd to sleep with no sound, and it sounds really counterintuitive because you want to be peaceful when you sleep, but I mean, I guess whatever helps you fall asleep is good.
Yeah, I mean, this actually says, so it's a metronome light scientifically designed to block out overactive thought patterns and lull you into a deep, peaceful sleep fast. Working to combine yoga, meditation, behavioral therapy, I don't know if it's pronounced do-dao, is the safe way for anyone to fall asleep effortlessly, stay asleep through the night. I know that there's so many people, especially my friends, my mom and I were just talking, that they have so much trouble sleeping. I've never had an issue. I never really needed it, but I thought this was interesting because there are sleep trackers. People wear watches and they wear rings now to track their sleep. So that's actually something interesting that they would, I think some people would like to maybe check out. This one actually is a device, lets you speak 43 languages at the touch of a button. So cool. So wouldn't that be neat if you're traveling and somebody, millennials that like to go to different countries, but they don't know the language and they don't want to learn it and they don't want books and they don't want apps. I actually think my friend Josh might have this because he travels often, but you can click a button and it will translate for you. Great for business. It says employees and holidays. So if you know someone that likes to travel, this would be a great gift.
That would be a great gift. I mean, thinking about it now, I mean, yeah, especially because most of us probably just know one language, right? And you might know Spanish. I feel like some people might know some Spanish, but for the most part, like Americans, we just think, hey, we're just gonna go somewhere and everybody's gonna speak American, right? Or like go speak English, and so, but that's not the case, and that's what I love about the world, right? It's that it's not, but still, I could definitely see myself using that. So that's a pretty cool gadget.
Yeah. I like that a lot. I think it's super cool. I think you like this one too. This is the Photo Stick Omni. Find and protect all your memories in one click. So you can stick it into your phone. There's a couple different adapters, and it looks like it transfers all of it right onto the stick. I know that you can do that with your iPhotos. You can do it on your iCloud. But for me and a lot of people, space is limited because we have so many photos. So I think that would be really neat that you can just put it right onto the drive, like a thumb drive, which we don't really see anymore. But I think that would be neat, especially if you are traveling or if you're taking pictures on a trip and you're afraid that it's not connected to the iCloud or if you're not on Wi-Fi. Unfortunately, there are some places that you can't be on Wi-Fi and technology. So this might be neat for people also traveling, that they could download it right to the stick. And then that way, if something were to happen to their phone.
Yeah, no, another good, I feel like a lot of these inventions are things that like people struggle with and they're like, oh, I need a solution, right? And somebody definitely.
Yeah, why can't we think of these things, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I have another cool one. Speaking of the Ray-Ban glasses, this is Peeps Carbon Technology, NASA's solution for dirty glasses. And it's now available to the public. I love how it says, speaking of this. So apparently, I don't know if people who wear glasses all the time, I should wear mine a lot more than I do, especially when I'm on the computer and they get so dirty and touching them. Apparently this, it's a formula that's used by NASA and the military, and it can clean lenses 4 times faster than a cloth. So if anybody wears glasses all the time and they have trouble with them being dirty, that would be good.
I mean, yeah, I think, again, another invention somebody made that solved the problem. But I mean, it's not only glasses, like sunglasses too, get super dirty and stuff like that. But especially somebody that wears a lot of glasses, it looked like it was a nice, easy, sleek design, and that's something that I liked about that. It's not just like some random cloth in your car, right? So that is I like it.
Yeah, so this one, interesting enough, I actually was going to get for my sister, and I probably still should, Neck Relax. Discover a better, faster way to relieve muscle pain. It is I guess we should describe these too for the people that are listening. Sorry about that. I always assume people are watching, but it is, it says that you use it while you're sitting down. It's about 8 hours a day, so it's like if you're at your desk. And if for people that have neck pain, you put it on and it massages. It's cutting edge massage technology. That can stimulate your muscles, relieve tension in as little as 10 minutes. Yeah, infrared heat, massage modes, stimulation massage modes, electropads. I like that because my sister, you know, she has a lot of nerve and issues with her neck. But people just that are sitting, like, I think they came out for COVID too, for nurses that were standing. All the time. So I think that would be neat. There's a lot of cool things now with infrared saunas and red light therapy. And
are they using the clean stuff too and stuff like that? I think.
Speaking of number 8, the Brill.
Sign me up.
Kill up to 99% of germs on your toothbrush. How did you know? So this is a little thing that looks like an AirPod case, actually. And your toothbrush is the third most contaminated item in your house. The germs left over in the toothbrush can affect your mouth and brushing. Obviously, I know this from doing stuff at the dentist's office, and it is a sterilization 360 ultra deep. It's like a little case that you can put around there. That bacteria looks really gross.
I would like, out of all the things that you showed so far, like that that was like something I would be willing to spend money on right now. Like,
very cool.
You know, just to know, be like, oh, I know my toothbrush is totally clean.
Well, not only that, it's good probably for traveling. I get freaked out sometimes in a hotel, so I actually like hide my toothbrush because I think that maybe, you know, it sounds really paranoid, but the housekeepers might like use my toothbrush with something.
Yeah, like start cleaning like the grout or something like that.
Sounds really gross, but yeah. So I thought that was cool, and we did talk about would you rather have bad breath, and no. So that might help the people who have bad breath. So this next one is really cool. I had a couple friends recently that obviously their phones are dying. It is a Power Pod, amazing keychain phone charger. I love it because I saw a meme, actually a millennial meme, love it, that who's the friend that always has their like backup battery charger with them. They're like the best friend because all of our phones are dying. So, or have a cord with them to charge it like at the bar. You know, it's funny when you're sitting out. So this is actually compatible with Apple and Android, and it's no wires. You just, I think, have to charge the pod, and it's good. It says even the elderly who are prone to forgetting to charge their phone. Let's just talk about us because I sometimes just fall asleep without charging it. So I'm into it.
No, I'm totally into that. I like the sleek design because, like you said, some of those battery packs are like huge.
Yep.
And so that's a nice kind of, sleek design.
Yeah. And it's like you can put it obviously in your pocket. Obviously, it's small. So next one here. Yeah, definitely. iMemories. Transfer VHS tapes, film, photos, DVD to digital now. This would be great for anybody of any age. My mom was just actually talking about this. I don't know if anybody has old, DVDs, CDs, all that good stuff. This would be really great to getting everything from when we were little to keeping all those memories, when as we're older. My mom was just talking about that. So,
well, I mean, we're old enough to remember VHSs, right? And we remember CDs and stuff like that. So, yeah, it would be nice to, put that onto a more digital format that you can have forever.
Yeah. So I thought that was cool. And there's a lot of people out there that have a lot more of those than most or than some. Speaking of cleaning, this is funny that you brought this up. So this is called the Screen Clean. It's a nanotech pad that cleans screens in seconds. So it's a little device that's like handheld. You wipe it on your screen. There's, obviously more oily fingers and grubby, kids that I think that are, touching a lot of stuff. This one's really cool. It says that it was the same technology used by NASA. No spray, no scratching, no chemicals, and it'll clean, your HD screens. So that was pretty cool. I could really use that for my laptop. I have sneeze marks and spit marks, and it's really gross to admit. It's embarrassing, but
so
on my computer screen, it's gross.
So bringing up that, and before you go into the next one, that's a great. So I was on Facebook, and of course you get like some kind of ad for something, right? And it was about something about golf. And it was about this, whatever. It was a program, and this guy was showing like the results of his golf swings on his, like he was filming it with his phone onto his iPad, and his iPad was disgusting. I'm like, bro, like it was like sneeze marks and like you said all this stuff, and I'm like, you're trying to sell products to people, and you're like, this is what you're showing people, like. And so when you just showed that, I was like, I should send him an ad for that.
Yeah, it's gross. I mean, because I've been home so much, and I just work on my computer, and my screen's clean. But when I take my laptop out and I have like my intern or I meet or anybody, it's embarrassing. So yeah, I should probably actually get that. Okay, so our next one, which is super cool, I think, not that I would necessarily need it. It says Bondic, throw your super glue away and fix virtually anything. So this is, if you think something is unrepairable, reattach broken eyeglasses, refill holes and leaky plumbing, rebuild just about anything, even find china. It is the unique liquid formula you apply it to the area, shine the special UV light onto it for 4 seconds, and voila, the liquid freezes into a rock solid layer of clear plastic on your demand. Well, this is hilarious. It's a UV light.
Well, my man needs to clean his fingernails, by the way.
Speaking of, the same exact picture. That is why I invest and I have grown my nails out, everybody. We've talked about this because I have my fingers in people's faces. And yes, think before you take pictures for products that you're selling for smart gadgets. But yeah, oh my goodness, this is cute. So this is a special gadget for kids, levitating LED soccer ball.
Okay.
Quality gadget for your family bonding time. So this is really good for kids or to get some activity at home. It says without a playing partner. It is, let's see, it's good for exercise. I don't know how it works, but it just says that it's levitating. It says kids can play alone instead of staring at their phone screens. But apparently it levitates. I don't know. Do you think you have to like kick? It looks like you have to kick it back and forth, or you like, I don't know. I played soccer, but it looks cool.
I just see that putting a lot of holes in walls if you're playing by yourself.
I'm not sure, but it looks cool. I caught my eye.
It's a cool idea. Yeah.
Good for kids. And then another one good for kids, actually, as well as adults. I actually really like this. I think it's kind of neat for the rooms. I know we're talking about stuff at night or like night lights. It is a galaxy world projector. It says transform any rooms into magical space with starry light. I've seen a bunch of ads for these. I probably clicked on something as well. But it does different colors and it projects the galaxy. It can play music and soothing tones just like the other thing, but it looks really cool in game rooms. I've seen a couple different ads for that. I don't know if you've seen on Instagram or not.
No, I love that. That is such a cool, like, I love just that whole, like, I remember, having something like that, not to that extent in my room, but like having something that like casted like little shapes and stuff onto the ceiling as a little kid. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's take this one off. Next one up. This is great. We hate bugs. We hate flies. We hate mosquitoes. It is a ultimate protection from mosquitoes. I've seen these, but this one is actually a portable one that you can take around with you. I'm not
Megan
sure.
would love that.
Yeah. So it's a little mosquito zapper. And I'm trying to scroll back to see what it says here. So this one, 15 minutes, you got 12 mosquito bites. Oh, it says one night you went out. Yeah, you were out for a little bit. You got these. So this is micro USB charging. It can go anywhere with you. It has a built-in battery. It doesn't use chemicals. Perfectly safe for children and pets. Great for camping. And it's portable and rechargeable. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I like that a lot. Megan would love that in the summertime.
Yeah, so that one is cool. So these are good gifts, everybody, especially for campers. If you have anybody there that are camping. So this one's really cool. I thought maybe you'd like this. Although I know your doggies don't bark, but you have dogs. It is a Barks Buddy. Simple device stops annoying dog barking in seconds. Or maybe it's actually good for like annoying neighbor barking.
Yeah.
I know. This isn't like the torturous one like that. It says dog trainer, dog repeller, dog lighting. But I think it says it's 100% harmless to dogs, humans, and animals and other animals. It does have high pitched tones, not detectable by humans, but I think it's more for dog training. But I've seen those as far as, like techie things, I feel like, for doggies. And then speaking of dogs, I have another one. I was jumping out of order a little bit for these, but I think you would actually be, somewhat interested in this. It is a Barks Buddy, same company, Busy Ball, hands-free smart ball that keeps your dog busy. So this is nothing feels worse than the guilt you feel and you can't give the love and attention to your dog craves 24/7. It's a modern day upgrade to everyone's favorite toy, a ball. This highly interactive smart ball uses built-in motion sensors to roll and bounce entirely on its own. Roll and bounce, that's interesting.
Okay.
As soon as it's touched with a nose or a paw, it'll go on its own. So no apps or controls are required. Simply turn it on and it's ready to play.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of interesting. That might be, I'm going to put these links if anyone, might be interested in these. Might be kind of cool to see. Here's some other bonus ones. Core Scale Gen 2, revolutionary new scale lets you look inside your body. Interesting. I'm not sure. This was a bonus one, so I'm trying to find it. So it says that you gain weight, you lose weight. These are the effects, but you never really know the cause until now. You step on it and it scans and analyzes your entire body. I don't know how, but let's see. It breaks it down into 11 key health metrics: BMI, body fat, muscle mass, water weight, and more. With these insights, it takes the guesswork out of fitness. You can see exactly how your body responds to diet and exercise in real time. And they're running a promotion.
There you go. Just in time for the Thanksgiving and Christmas.
All the food that we're gonna eat. So I'm gonna close it out. Or I know we wanted to keep this one a little short since we're at night here. But my last one before our hilarious memes, I needed this yesterday.
Oh my
God. Inflate anything in minutes from anywhere. So
I really like that one, actually.
If anybody remembers, I actually have had 3 now tires. Now it's not flat unless it's going to happen, slow leak, but I did put air in it, stopped at sheets. I have a nail in my tire, so I probably should go get it plugged and patched, obviously. Yeah. Typical female, but I worked all day. So I was like, okay, so it obviously will inflate your car tires and anything else in under 8 minutes. There's a lot of things great for tubing, great for just blowing up other things, but that would be handy for people kind of like a fix a flat. But if you can't get to the sheets like I could, but also like bikes and soccer balls and stuff. So that one is a good one. But yeah, so what'd you think?
No, I liked a lot of them. The one I could see spending money, like I was ready to give, if you were selling me the toothbrush thing right now, I would have just gave you my money. I would have been like, hey, just take it. Right. Yeah. But I thought they were all really cool gifts. And what I noticed about all of them is,
oops, sorry.
Talk about technology, guys.
My bad, everybody. We're getting the countdown. We're hyping you up for the meme.
But yeah, 30 seconds of the meme, guys. But from what I was looking at, all of them served a purpose, solved a problem, and that's what I like about stuff, is that it's not just something you're buying just to buy it. This is something that's going to solve something that you have a problem with.
Yeah, absolutely. And just all these things that we need to be thinking of ourselves when we're, doing things like, gosh, I really wish that I had this. And then, boom, millionaires. So yeah. Do you want to take it from here?
Yeah, sure. I'll take it from here, guys.
Have you had anxiety?
Yes. The whole entire show. But there's a moment in the show, guys, where we where we like to end the show with two major events, especially because they're so millennial. And the first thing that we like to end the show with, especially late night, the Millennial After Dark, is the Millennial Meme of the Week. So
Millennial Meme.
You need to get your intern to find somebody that can do a jingle for us.
Jingle. I know. We do need these jingles. We've been talking about it for so long. I mean, look, we are making these little bit of feats of progress,
Rome wasn't built in a day, right? So, no. But it is, because last week we didn't do one, right? We did not do one. So we're gonna say it's Mel's turn. And from what I'm looking at, this is a feat unto itself. We have just one meme today.
Well, technically, I have scheduled another one on the story. So it's a surprise on the story if you're on Instagram and Facebook.
So that means you have to follow us. That means you have to follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
I am not going to share it. I did, but I thought it was cute to add in the story since I was learning how to schedule them. I did that. So this one is, all right, it's two girls, still older, but it is an Atari computer in the middle. And it says, me successfully introduces a new tech tool to students. And it says how I look. And it's literally, a businesswoman, boss bitch. And then it says how I feel. And she's got her hair rocking out 80s with a guitar.
I was going to say very 80s.
Knows nothing, what to do. And that's kind of how we feel when it comes to TikTok and whatnot. I feel like, and our older generations, I'm sure, feel the same way. So we will pop that up. But I like the little, how I look and how I feel ones are
totally
funny,
totally relevant to today's show. Yes, totally.
Yeah.
And so, and totally, I feel like it's 1980s, right? That's
it was a little
totally 1980s word. But anyways, guys, if you're watching, we just went through the meme. So if you just missed it, you just jumped on, you have to watch the show just to see that. And also see the special memes that will be coming out on our stories. But there's also the last moment of the show, very important moment. And that's because it's Mel's Moment. And
Mel's Moment. We need some jingles. All right, we'll work on that, guys. I know we've talked
we'll work
about
on it.
We've
but
talked.
It's a moment in the show where Mel gets to leave us with a lasting piece of advice to take you into your weekend, because for most of you, hopefully you're not working right now. It's 8 o'clock or 8:07 to be exact. So hopefully you're spending time with your family. But if you aren't, you're watching. If you're watching the replay, Mel is going to give you a piece of advice right now. Mel, take it away.
I mean, I think that, some of the stuff we know, some of it we don't at our age, in our 30s. I think that it's okay for anyone of any age to, to not know these things. But I do think that we should always stay learning, trying to keep up with the technology. I think, especially for business, I think it'll be harder for us down the road. Like I said, there's a couple people on the board really didn't have, any knowledge about the things that we were talking about. And that's okay. But I do think that, it's good for us to continue to keep learning and stay up to date, especially with our businesses. But there are some really neat things that are going on. And if you don't know how to do it, YouTube, ask friends. You can find much of anything on YouTube, speaking of technology, on how to do anything. And there's some really cool stuff out there. Not only these gadgets and these tech things that could make things a lot easier for us and solve a lot of problems. But, like I said, the back end, now we can schedule stories. Wow. I mean, that's going to be, I've just sat all day. I scheduled out for the rest of the month for 3 of my clients, some of them for our podcast. And, that was stuff that we were struggling with, finding the time and actually keeping up with it and doing it. Now we can schedule it all out and it's so much easier. So, if you didn't know, now you know, but there's a lot of things I think if we just look it up, ways to make things easier if you're struggling with something. We all struggle with new stuff that comes out, but I think there's a lot of helpful things. So look out this weekend for, some easier ways of doing things with technology.
There you go. I mean, like you said, as long as it's helping you, and freeing you up to do other things, I'm all for it. If it's taking away from life, right, then you probably should put it down, right?
Yes.
But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's show. If you did, let us know in the comment section. Always set your notifications for when we go live, because we go live every Friday, normally at 2 o'clock. It's a special episode. We were a little bit later today.
After dark.
After dark, Millennial After Dark. And listen, we're millennials. We like to hang out and after dark, right? That's just what we do. But we wanted to spend a little time with you today. So we appreciate everybody that jumped on. Make sure, like I said, you go check us out, and we'll be seeing you guys next Friday for another episode, 2 o'clock. Make sure you check us out. It'll be a special episode because they're always special. So anyways, guys, enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.